G'day everyone, Goober here with an unplanned video. There was a little bit of a heated discussion, I guess, on the creator Discord for Torchlight around chalk. Now the discussion is one party believes that chalk is overpowered. If you don't know what chalk is, you can get chalk by going to the boons. And then you go down to Pack Spirit Boon, and Chalk is this legendary pet here. What he gives is a 16% chance that anytime a flame fuel drops, an additional flame fuel drop occurs. He has that twice, and then his outer ring is a 1% chance for killed monsters to drop one additional random flame fuel. That's just a flame fuel drop. It can be 50 flame fuel, but so can every other flame fuel drop in the game. So all up, he gives 12% drop quantity and 32% additional chance at an extra flame fuel spawn, I guess you could say, or drop. He gets really good at level 2, where he gains an additional 10% flame fuel drop quantity, which makes him as good as a level 6 Cloud Gatherer. And then if you get him to level 5, obviously he gets another 20%, which is crazy. But anyway, I don't have him higher than level 1, so this will be a test against a level 1 Chalk. The pact spirits that I'll be using, set number 1 will be not Chalk. I have Cloud Gatherer level 6 for 46%, 46? No, 42% chance at additional flame fuel. I have Happy Chonky at level 6 for 16% and an additional 5% there, which is really nice. And then people have been using the Weasel, which is a fluorescent memory drop quantity. It's tempting to use him because he has a 2.5% chance to be multiplied by 2 and an additional pact point. However, for this test, I've decided to go with Sky Dome. I don't have the additional pact point. Might be worth grabbing, but he does have the 12% additional fluorescent memory drop quantity. So all up, I'm just foregoing the 2 drop quants there. If I went with the other guy, I would have one more of these. However, I wouldn't have this one. So realistically, I'm 3% drop quant up anyway. So overview of this setup, we have 14% additional drop quant there, 18% drop quantity. Additional is multiplicative. Drop is just added on top. 24% chance that anytime a fluorescent memory shard drops, an additional fluorescent memory shard drop can occur. 15% additional flame fuel, same thing. 48% chance, same thing. It can only occur once, I believe, so having them on separate lines doesn't really do anything. It's just a, 63% chance, which is quite nice. Now, comparing that with Chalk, there is an 80 or 95% chance that it occurs. So a much higher percent chance. 24% drop quant, 18% drop quant, and 14% additional drop quant. No fluorescent memories in this one at all. The maps that I will be running are rank 5 plus lava sea beacons. These currently, I wish I saw the 39s. I bought these for 40 flame elementium each. And then I've got 80 of each of the compasses that I'll be using. I'm not using the 20 FE quant compass, which I probably should. However, this is the deck that I've been making 1500 FE an hour with on Near Space. So when I go into a nightmare, I will be switching to my nightmare pack spirits. You can get shepherd through boons again. Boon, dream herder. You can now get nightmare. This is, in my opinion, the best pet in the game. But it's not for all playstyles. If you use the perma nightmare, then dream herder does practically nothing for you. So I'll be using not chalk first. I have my spreadsheet set up, ready to go. This test costs 4,340 flame elementium. I should be making that back. I'll be checking the FE per hour in this strategy, and let's just make it elementium. So the real test between these two is not the FE per hour, because that will take into account things like desire core records. I had 9 of these drop yesterday, so that would skew this test a lot. So we will be testing the FE per hour. However, the real test behind this is running 40 maps of deep space using chalk and without chalk, and just looking at the pure flame elementium drop difference. There is some RNG involved. However, over 40 maps, hopefully we get a reasonable difference. And I'll be focusing on Netherrealm in the nightmares, and then alternatively I'll be going for commodities. However, I always go for Netherrealm as a main source, because rank 5 plus beacons are ridiculously expensive. Anywho, let's do the first map and just see what it looks like. I've already started this, whatever. I'm not going to spend 5 more maps to reset Fury. None of these options are good, so I'll just go with this one. Using the right compasses. So God of War, Cube, Nightmare, and I'll be using Samurai, unless I get something like Hesitate, which I will switch Samurai for Militant. So a reasonably expensive map. So it's 40, 44, 51, 61, 62 FE per map cost. All right, let's do one. Make sure I'm in the right not chalk, and see if we can make some profits. I need a clock. Alrighty, we have the clock going, and let's get it on. That just reset, which is good. Haven't seen any FE yet. Ugh, what is going on here? Lost secrets. I'll do the might up to level 5 and then bugger off. I did check that this was on 8.3, I think. I hope so. I didn't want to waste my entire God of War buff on God of Might, as I'm not spec'd into God of Might, so I'll just take a few rewards and move on. If you're wondering why I didn't clear it to I think tankier. Nah, surely not. Messed up a little bit there. I didn't get the boss in time, which is a shame. Do the cube trick. If I don't get it in the first 5, I just leave. Didn't get it, so I'll just leave. Alrighty, so that's what it looks like. A minute 30 is pretty slow for a map. Hopefully I can speed that up a bit, and maybe we'll get some additional good cards. If I get one Hesitate, I kind of hope that I get a Hesitate in the others. I might have to keep that total separate, because it will skew the results. Orange is the best option there. And yeah, I'll stop boring you and I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to have to, even though I'm going to switch and do it this way, I'm going to have to take note of how much FE that I make from the nightmares, as nightmares can vary quite a lot. So I'll keep track of how much drops in here and exclude it from the chalk versus chalk test. And this is why. Ready? No, it's only 50. That was 50 in that batch. So it's an extra 25 there. So it was a pretty good dream, honestly. Made a fair chunk of FE from that. How much did we make? So that was 155 flame elementium from that nightmare. Alrighty, this is the last map of the first hour. We are tracking to complete... oh yeah. Oh, it only gave me one more. We're tracking to pretty much break even from the flame elementium drops. Unfortunately, I don't really play this game to break even. So I'm hoping to get... some pretty good other drops. I have noticed a couple desire cores drop, so hopefully I haven't noticed a whole bunch extra drop. If I could get more than, 4 an hour, that'd be insane. I did have 9 drop yesterday in near space, just running this same setup but in near space. In about when I respawn in about 6 hours, so about 1.5 an hour, I guess. I stopped tracking time after the first 4 hours of the test, although I think I kind of spaced out towards the end of the 3rd hour, because the 4th hour said that I only made 300 FE, which seems quite unusual considering I was making 1500 FE an hour. But anyway, so after this one, we'll just have a quick look at how we're tracking. See if we get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did get it. Alright, I won't bore you with this. Never mind, it bricked. See what we get for this. Replicate. No, they're all crap. Blue or better. Yeah, let's do that. Nice. Oh, it's going to be juicy. Anyway, let's pause this and do a quick tally. Alrighty, so quick look at what we've had so far. We have done 24 maps. We had 1 bonus nightmare there, which is fine. And we have had 1 lava sea drop. So for the chalk test, we've had 914 flame elementium drop in maps. Without chalk, we've had 249 flame elementium drop in nightmares so far. Haven't had hesitate. Haven't really had any decent confusion cards at all. So not tracking too well, honestly. That's pretty bad FE per hour, especially since we had 2 desire cores drop, which is a boost of 350 flame elementium. Without those, this FE per hour would be a complete waste of time. Anywho, I'll crack on with the other 16 maps in this test, and we'll see how we go. Alrighty, I think this is the last map. Yeah, so I've got 40 Shiny Wars left, 41 of these, so I guess I've had 2 of those drop. And we must have had a few 5+ beacons drop. So I'll complete this map and then we'll do a tally. Alrighty, so that took 1 hour and 30, let's just go 37 minutes to run 40 deep space beacons. We had, what's that, 1,785 FE drop. 299 of that was from Nightmares. So that ends up being 1,486 Flame Elementium dropped without chalk in our 40 map test. I'll tally up the rest and we'll have a look. Alrighty, looking at the totals, it's pretty underwhelming, even though in the first hour I forgot to include Divinity Stones. Interesting that it's 335 Flame Elementium worth of Divinity Stones, and we only used 270 FE worth of cube compasses. So the Divinity Stones fully cover the cost of cube. But Cube adds a whole lot of extra monsters and you get the Desire Cores. So Cube is very profitable since they fixed the Divinity Stone drop rate. I mean, it was always profitable anyway, but even more so now that the Divinity Stones cover the cost of that compass completely. Nightmare was pretty much non-existent. I mean, we got 300 FE from the Nightmares, so I guess it more than covered itself, plus all the rank 5+ beacons that came from that as well. So Nightmare also phenomenal. The pure FE drop, so 908. That's in the wrong spot. It was 908 FE per hour. For a total of 1,486 Flame Elementium drops from maps, with the additional 299 from the Nightmares. So now I'm going to put on Big Boy Chalk, clear out my inventory, and see how we go for the last 40 maps. I am the profit overall is going to be interesting because I have a very juicy Nightmare on the go right now. Alrighty, we switched to chalk. We've cleared out the inventory of all the good stuff. And yeah, we're good to go. Oh, I thought this was super juicy, but it's really not that. It's gonna upgrade 2 bubbles, 3 maybe. Well, this is a map that I'll have to exclude. I don't know if I should run an extra map and just exclude this one completely. I say that because I didn't get one from the previous set, so I feel like this would be an unfair comparison. This is actually a really small map, so probably not that much of a difference, to be honest. Let's see. Nah, that was 90 FE. I'll leave it in there. Buff up the chalk numbers a bit, you know. Got this again? Really? Oh. Chalk wins. See if this one does better than the last one. So it was 149 Flame Elementium from that one. Alrighty, coming up to the hour mark, we have a Wealthy Mechanical Boxer. I don't normally... oh, that's nice. Ah, triggered. Hopefully this loot is a bit juicy. Bit juicy. Money. That is a money. What's that? 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, rank 5 plus beacons, plus some flame elementium and stuff. 16. Huge. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I don't normally do God of Might, as I don't really like it. It takes too long. When you make it faster, it's only got 1 health, and then one thing gets through, and it just bricks your whole run, and ugh. However, this time I had a wealthy mechanical boxer. So I figured I'd run that and see what we get from this. Oh, there's something left. Alright, whatever. So we'll just try and kill... Oh, why is that so laggy? Kill the mechanical boxer. There we go. This is wave 3, I want to say. We'll just see what we get from this one. Then I'll cut to the totaling. Round 4. Interesting. I thought it was just the mechanical boxer. I didn't realise it was a extra wave. So we'll probably get a fair bit of FE from this then. I don't see any multiple stacks there though. Just looks like a bunch of singles, which is a little bit lame. But we might get a nice explosion, maybe. No. Okay, fine. 10 FE. That was actually pretty lame. That was... Oof. That took about as long as a normal map and gave me nothing. Cool. Cool. Anywho, let's do a tally and see what we got. Alrighty, looking at the totals from the first hour, we've got 1,996 flame elementium profit, thanks to that monster of a nightmare, which got us about 650 flame elementium worth of rank 5 plus beacons. That was purely just a couple of rainbow netherrealms, which got us just a mozza. 16 rank 5 plus beacons, which is huge. However, looking at the flame elementium, we have gone through, looks like we have 15 maps left, I'm guessing. And we have so far had 1,306 flame elementium drop. We have 15 maps to go, and we've had those 2 decent FE confusion cards. So it's more flame elementium, but it's not the 7 times, you know, multiplier that I was led to believe. We'll see what we've got at the end, and yeah, I'll see you after 15 more maps. Cheers. Ooh, this could be juicy if cube pops off. Oh, it triggered. However, I'm okay with it triggering. This is going to be disgusting. Well, I picked up 2 already, so we won't count these. So that's 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. 11 more rank 5 plus beacons. It's funny that this is a test for Chalk and Dream Herders just outshining everything. It's funny. 900 billion DPS is not enough, apparently. Actually, here we go. I mean, DPS. Oh, got one down. Whew. That was rough. Dumb. That was crazy. Be interesting to see if we get any rank 5 plus beacons from this one. Lame. Didn't even have a single Malice Executor spawn. Sometimes you get 3 or 4. Oh well, got one. Alrighty, this is the... Okay, apart from this guy. Alrighty, this one will be the last map of the test. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to the end of this and get this treasure chest. However, that doesn't really matter. We've probably made our currency back easily, just in FE drops. So everything in addition to that is just profit, which is cool. Nightmares definitely carried the profit per hour in this one, just because Nightmare's insane. The original test was described as needing perma. What was that dropped? I don't know. It was lost. Perma lightning drop quant buff, but personally I don't like that playstyle, so I figured I would test it against my playstyle. If you have a zippy build, then maybe you prefer using Nightmare differently to me. If you do, then Dream Herder does nothing for you. But, I mean, it gives you some orb drop quant or shallow dreaming drop quant. Ugh, that was interesting. I don't think that boss has killed me this season outside of that. So a nice one to finish off there, about 30 FE, whatever. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. No, whatever. Don't have time to waste on that. Alright, so let me tally up what we have. Nightmare was definitely much, much better in the second 40 maps. We got 2,400 FE. Anyway, see at the totals. Alrighty, I think I stuffed up a tiny bit. I was just totaling up the compasses, and I noticed that I have 0 nightmares left, because that's what I was tracking off. Pretty much how I did the tracking was I had 40 of each in my inventory. After the first one, I had 41 and 41. I fixed it up later on. However, I didn't account for one of everything dropping. So I ended up with 0 nightmares, which means I did 41 maps, which I've just increased the amount that we've used there. It's not a big deal, but it's a little bit annoying. Forgot to pause the timer, but it looks like the amount of time is pretty much the same as the other one, so I'll just make it the same calculation. The second round was 1600 flame elemental an hour, which is on par with doing this in near space. Is deep space a scam? Yeah, deep space is a scam. Anywho, if deep space beacons were like 20, it'd be worthwhile, but it's a lot more risk for needing something like Nightmare to carry. So I've added the 10 extra Lava Sea that we got to the total of the Thunders, since they are both 40, just so it included the tax on that. So the rank 5 beacons that we got accounts for 1,700 of the income, and the majority of that comes from Nightmare. Keep that in mind. So anyway, we had 2,433 flame elementium total out of the second, now 41 maps, I guess, which 421 came from Nightmare. So 2,000 flame elementium drops in maps. Now I'm going to bring up percentage calculator because that looks like about the difference in, the extra pack spirit that we just used. So chalk gives 32% additional chance for an extra flame fuel to drop. Excuse me. Alrighty, just for transparency, what is the percentage increase from no chalk to chalk? 35%. Chalk has a 32% increased drop quantity for flame fuel. It's not 700% like I was told. I mean, this is my test. It's not everyone's test. Everyone has different strategies. But that is my chalk versus no chalk. 80 deep space maps completed for this test. I'll put in the flame sand here as well, just so you could see the difference in flame sand that drops. So fuel is flame sand and flame elementium. When one drops, it has a chance to trigger another drop. That's how the additional flame fuel works. So that is nowhere near a 30% increase. But, that is very close to 32% additional. It'd be interesting to know what happens if you go over 100%. For that, you would need a level... for that, you would need a level 3 chalk. So level 2 would just give you an extra pack point. Level 3 would give you the additional 10%. So anyway, that is my test. I hope you enjoyed it. Nightmare is OP. Chalk is not. That's all I got. Cheers.